Okay, recall system refinement. Okay.
Sounds like a
Okay.
heavy. This sounds like a very heavy topic.
No, it's not. We make everything light and fun.
That's true. You do. This is very
And
true.
we also make it heavy and depressing as fuck. Like,
Sometimes. Here we go. The Boston bombshells. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
The best leadership happens when you step away for 10 minutes.
This is Back in 10. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Back in 10. I'm Savanah.
And I'm Jen.
Ooh, Jen, that was so seductive.
That was not intended. There was something in my throat.
That's what she said. That is definitely what she said. Wow. Guys, this may turn into the 10 p.m.
Whoa.
episode. Who knows?
Oh
We were here
my
to talk
gosh.
about recall system refinement, but now we're talking about
like Back in 10
developing full.
after dark. I don't know. That was not intended. And I'm I'm just gonna shut my mouth. Okay.
That's also what she said. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm like a 5-year-old.
No, so am I. It's so bad. Okay,
It's
go
so
ahead.
bad.
This is going
Okay.
off the rails, girls. Let's try it again, shall we?
I love it. Okay, so today, Jen and I are talking about recall system refinement and keeping hygiene schedules full. So if you've ever looked at tomorrow's schedule and you've seen openings, hygiene openings, or specifically hygiene, sometimes restorative, and your stomach drops a little bit, it's because you've lost an opportunity for care of your patients, for money for the practice, and connection. You've lost all three of those things. So how can we refine our recall systems to ensure that we are setting ourselves, our team, our patients up for success? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to get into it. Yes, quite. So Jen, why does recall system refinement matter?
Oh gosh. It's one of the things that matters the most, right? If your schedule isn't productive, if you don't have areas of opportunity to care for your patients, then you have a big problem. You need to make sure that like you have time to serve. I always want to know, like, what time do you have to serve your patients? And what I'm finding more recently is a lot of patients are not showing up for their appointments, so they're canceling last minute. And then practices are not able to fill that opening. So now you have a hygienist that's sitting there for 2-3 hours that you're paying them for because you don't have them clock out. And yes, they can make their admin time valuable. However, that's not the function of their job. They're not producing during that time to be able to help to pay their compensation that's astronomically high right now. So it's so important that your schedule is full, it's productive, that you don't have last minute cancellations, that you're able to see patients for needed care, like if they have periodontal disease and you need to get them in, like you can't tell someone that they have an active infection and a disease and say, and I can't see you for 6 months. You joking me? Like, no, it is our responsibility as healthcare providers to treat our patients. And if we don't have availability, that's our problem. We need to fix it.
If you don't have availability, you best get a temp hygiene in or hire another hygienist or start really planning for the future of the practice and building out a couple more ops in the practice. If you're in that 10-pound turkey in a 5-pound pan situation, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and hygiene is the heartbeat of the practice too. Like you already said, it fuels production.
Oh yeah.
It fuels diagnoses, And like hygiene also fuels patient loyalty too, which is something that I think gets overlooked a lot because when you think about why a patient misses a hygiene appointment, right? It's not because that patient doesn't care about that appointment. They usually forget it. They're busy. And or they may not feel that personal touch because you're not really reminding them why it matters.
Right. And look, creating the value in that hygiene appointment is going
Yeah,
to make it so patients don't cancel, right? And,
absolutely.
a controversial thing is if you have sent out reminders to patients, like 5 reminders, and they have not confirmed their appointment, whatever your threshold is, right? Like, you need to make that decision as the owner or the leader of the practice. But if
Yeah.
they haven't confirmed their appointment, tell them, "If you do not confirm your appointment, we were going to remove your appointment from the schedule because there are other patients that need care. And if
That
you're
is a
not gonna show up, we
controversial.
cannot." Yeah, like, we can't see our other patients that need care because you decided or something happens, right? Because there's always extenuating circumstances, but
Yeah,
we know there's those few patients that you look at the schedule and you're like, "They're gonna cancel, they're gonna cancel, they're gonna
yeah.
no-show." And it happens. Life happens. I'm not talking about, like, the life happens situation where, there's, an incident, an accident, someone's whatever, last minute. I'm talking about those habitual people that cancel all the time,
Yeah,
that they're gonna cancel. You can get other patients in there. They need care, and it's hard to find good hygiene team or any hygiene team members right now. And it might not be that you need to hire someone. You might think that you need to hire someone because you don't have any availability on your schedule, but it
mhm,
might just because you haven't created the culture for your patients to make sure that they understand the value in keeping that hygiene
right.
appointment.
Yeah, and honestly, I put a lot of emphasis on this for the hygienist. Like, you are planting those seeds chair side.
Mhm.
It's I mean, a simple, like, "I'll see you in 6 months for your hygiene visit," right? Like, wink, wink.
Mm.
Here's
Mhm.
why. And, like,
Mhm.
helping patients mentally commit to their next appointment is something that not a lot of hygienists are comfortable with. They might not have the, you know, strong communication skills to do. I did I did run into a practice last week and we were talking about their recare system and protocols, and they do not pre-appoint hygiene. They rely on their tools to help fill the schedule as they go. And my throat dropped into my stomach because I was not that kind of risk taker. I was like,
Mhm.
how did you do it? Like, how did you take that leap and get everyone invested in not pre-appointing that hygiene visit? She said, our schedules are full and they're full of patients who want to be there. So I'm not saving spots for somebody from 6 months ago who may cancel on me, may have moved, may not really want to come in, but is just doing it because I told them they had to do it. But they're patients who want to come in, and then it opens up spots for new patients
Mm.
and patients who
So
want to be there. I was like, that is a hot, controversial take. I don't know that I could have done
it
that in my
totally
practice.
is. So just to so I have a clarifying question. So
Yeah.
are they, like, sending out a text or communication, like, "I go into the office today and I need to schedule recare from 6 months from now." Are they sending me, like, a link to schedule 6 months from now, or are they
Yeah.
sending it to me, like, a month ahead of time?
So they're sending you a auto messaging a month prior to your due date saying that you are due next month, let's get you scheduled. um
Hmm.
and
Okay.
they've found great success with it. Again, that's something that scares the shit out of me, but
Mm.
yeah, it's working for them. And I asked her multiple times, I'm like, it's really working for you? And she's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really working. And I saw the back end of her systems and I was like, yeah, yeah, it's
Mm.
working for them.
Mm.
It is working for
So
them.
so I recently spoke at, the HR for Health DSO leadership conference, and there
Yeah.
was, um a DSO there that was there was a few recipients of like DSOs to watch by Group Dentistry Now. And one of them was a dentist in I can't remember what her title was, but I'll say like her lead, the lead, COO, whatever the title was.
Mhm.
Um, and they did something very out of the box. They have no admin team members. Zero.
Wait, okay, okay. Tell me about this because that is
So
controversial
yeah,
communication queen, connection queen.
yeah.
How? How?
So yeah. So I completely even forgot to even share this with you prior to. So you walk into the office and you
Yeah.
check in on a queue, and the assistant comes out and greets you and brings you back to your appointment, and you pay on your phone. They send you like the invoice right while you're there. You pay, everything gets paid there. Um, and if you need to schedule an appointment, everything is online, everything is on everything. They have no admin team members.
Are
None.
they fee for service though? Like they have to be fee for service if they accept insurances. That's totally wild. No, I know. I'm sorry. If that's
Yeah,
working for them, they're an
they
anomaly.
outsource. It's and this is a big DSO, a very successful DSO, and they don't have admin team members that work in their office.
But how do they connect? I want to survey
So
these
they have
patients
like yeah.
and ask
So they
them
have
how
like
they feel
behind the
connected.
scenes, right? That'll do like the posting and all that stuff, but there's no like receptionist or uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
Well, I'm glad it's working for them, but I
yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah. It was a completely different concept, but it was interesting like when you had just said that too, because in my mind, I'm like, wait a second, to take the office that you were just talking about, to take that to the next level, like if, for example, instead of sending a text message out like a month ahead or an email out a month ahead saying like, hey, you're due, if you had the patient schedule instead of hygiene schedule, because then it's like they have to look at their calendar. It's not just that, you know what I mean? Like they have to physically do it. So it like gives them some skin in the game. Just a thought. I was just thinking
I have
about
a
that.
fun fact though. Like I
Mhm.
want I want to look at their retention numbers. Now I just need to look at the
Boggled
adventures.
your
Like
I know I boggled your brain, didn't I?
okay, so fun fact, 80% of patients will auto confirm themselves via an auto message, right? Only 10%, I'll say it again, 10% of patients will actually book an appointment through an automated system. Only 10. And that's through the company I work for. Millions, 14 years, millions of data points a year. We just billions at this point. Only 10%. I am like, I'm shocked. I want to look at their number. Like, I need to know. I
I'll
need
give
to
you some of the
know.
yeah, I'll give you their stuff offline because their CEO he knew his stuff, let me tell you.
Damn. Okay.
And
Well,
it started after COVID. That was one of the things. Like when everyone, right, everything changed after COVID, and he was like, "You know what? I think we're gonna change our whole business model." And they did. Isn't that
wow.
it yeah.
I wonder,
But look
like, so in terms of like, in talking about our recall system refinement, right?
yeah.
I want to now I need to talk to this CEO of this. Jen, you've literally blown my mind.
I'm
I
so
can't
sorry.
even like I need to know. Okay, so when it comes to recall system refinement, right? It's like with this guy, or a woman, whoever it is,
Gentlemen, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
gentleman, um, we know that an inconsistent recall process will lead to like unpredictable
Oh, yeah.
days, months, weeks in your schedule, right? So that's stress on you, that's stress on your team, that's uneven cash flow for the practice. Like, I want to know what an unpredictable week is with this DSO who has no
Mhm.
human
Mhm.
connection. No
Yeah, but
human
it's
connection.
yeah, and when we talk about, like, getting back to, I'll say, like, the everyday practice, for me, I'll say it has always been important. I wanna be able to see what we're going to be producing 6 months from now, right? You need to be able to predict
Yes.
what you're going to be able to collect
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, right, it's like, okay, what's our BAM? What's our bare ass minimum, right? Like, we need to keep the lights on, we need to pay the team, we gotta pay all of our bills. I wanna be able to predict what we have coming in, and if you're not pre-appointing, you can't do that.
Right, and you can't in that searching for that predictability, like, you also have to track the effectiveness of what the
Right.
recall system you're currently running
Exactly.
is. Like, not it's not
Mhm.
just about how many calls I made.
Right.
Track how many patients actually scheduled from those efforts. Like, that also outsourcing to any type of software that could help you track
Mhm.
your predictability and effectiveness, we always
Mhm.
encourage check them out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But
Mhm.
look for those
Yeah.
trends. Like, look to see what's working and what isn't when you're looking at those recall system performance. Like,
Yeah, and I want your team to focus on your patients
yeah,
that are in front of them and let your tools help with the ones that aren't in front of you right now, right? Like, you need to be able to it's not outsourcing, like, yes, there's AI and things involved, but, like, let that enhance what your
yeah,
team is already doing and let your team focus on your patients.
right.
Like, that's what they're there for.
Because recall isn't a list, and I think
No.
that's just pushed into so many practices. Like, here, let me kill 800 trees and use 1,500
Mhm.
highlighters to fill the schedule. Like, recall isn't a list. It is about the relationships you have with your patients. Period. If you treat recall like you're just ticking a box, getting it away, it feels spammy, right? Telemarketing. Who else has been getting 1,000 phone calls a day from telemarketers? I, I have, and I don't
Crazy.
even look at the phone.
Mhm.
If I see spam, don't even answer it. So if you treat your recall system for connection, like you're reconnecting, that's what's really going to help to fill the schedule. And more importantly, get them to actually come in. We don't
I
the
like
appointment on the schedule is great, but are they gonna show up? That is what you need to make
Okay,
sure
so
happens.
I think you need to, like, TM some of this because you just said something huge. Okay, can you do s we might need to. Yes,
Okay. What did I
because you
say? I don't even
you
know.
said it's not a recall, it's a reconnect.
It is listen, copywritten TM. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay. Well, I also need to tell my boss this too. Ooh, Jen. Maybe I'll get like a little raise for that. Hey, look, I gave you a slogan.
You could have a whole marketing campaign on that.
It's not a
It's
recall.
not about calling.
Holly, where's Holly? And we need to get our direct marketing director. Holly, I have a campaign for you. I hope he's
Yeah,
listening. Holly, get on
yeah, it
it.
is not about recall, it's about reconnecting.
Reconnecting.
Queen. Okay. Well, you know what? On that note, Savannah, let's clock out
I'm
because
gonna
that
clock
was
out. I'm gonna reconnect more with my
yeah,
coffee and with
that was like a
the
mic drop
cookie.
moment. Ooh, come on. I want one. What the hell?
It's been a gross
Fine.
day. I like what I needed to
Okay,
have
fine.
something warm. And that's what air fryers are for. You don't have to
I
bake
want
the
a
whole
cookie.
I
you don't have to
Uh,
know.
okay, pro tip, and I tell everybody this. If you have an air
Mhm.
fryer, okay, I've told Jen this a million times. Everyone I
Mhm.
tell is like, so here's your moment. If you have an air fryer, pre-cut or pre-scoop all your cookies, put in a Tupperware or bag, however you store your cookie dough. Each night, if you're looking for a warm cookie, you turn on that air fryer to 320 degrees. You put your cookies in the air fryer. You can put it on parchment paper or leave it, bare ass. It's up to you. It's however you want to roll with your air fryer. You cook it at 320. Listen to me for 15 minutes. Okay. And I'm like talking like, look at this cookie, man. I like my cookies thick. Okay. Cook cook it. Oh, we're really going full circle now, Jen. So keep it thick at 320 for 16 to 17 minutes, depending on how crunchy, crispy you like it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay,
I've
well,
changed
that
my life.
is Savannah is just dropping bombs today, apparently,
Skincare, reconnecting.
Cr
What's the next one?
crunchy cookies. Okay. There you go, everyone.
There you
Have a
go.
fantastic day.
Bye,
And we'll see you
y'all.
soon. Bye.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us on Back in 10.
If something made you laugh, nod, or feel a little more human, share it with a friend and make sure that you're subscribed.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Back in 10 Pod for more behind the scenes, updates, and probably a little chaos.
We're not here to have it all figured out. We're just here to tell you the things that we wish someone had told us.
And remind you that leadership doesn't have to be perfect, just real.
We'll be back in 10.